Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. I've got some big stories. I'm going to go through 3 different headlines, and it is just getting nuttier and nuttier. And the theme of this video, even though we're going over a bunch of different headlines, is if you don't hold it, you don't own it, okay? It's very important. So in the comment section below, I'm going to give you a link to a place where you can buy physical gold and silver. I'm also going to give you a link to where if you have cryptocurrency, you can pull it off the exchange, use this device, and store it yourself, okay? So the first one I'm going to go over is Coinbase. Coinbase just decided to cut off 25,000 different Russian wallets over alleged allegations that they engaged in illicit activity. Listen, this is very serious. If you have your money on Coinbase, get it off. Learn how to buy a Trezor. I love the Model T. It's the one I personally use. I mean, I use ledgers. I use different Trezors as well. The Model T is just the best all-around choice for me. I've been really happy with it. I have multiples of that one. Get it into your possession, okay? Coinbase has done this before. They've messed around ever since the Bitcoin Cash fork from Bitcoin. It proved the fact that they don't, first off, have all the Bitcoin that they say they have, and secondly, they manipulate things and they seize your stuff. Like so many people that own XRP on Coinbase, it's just been locked up. You can't buy anymore, you can't sell it, you can't move it. It's absolutely horrible, okay? Again, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Now, a lot of people might want to throw in the comment section, that's why I don't own crypto. Well, guess what? I just got a call from a buddy that just got a letter. I want to say it was from Merrill. Actually, it wasn't a call. It was during the event this last weekend. I apologize. At the Ninja Nation Speak Freely event, that got a liquidation letter saying he owns Lukoil, so therefore they're going to force liquidate his shares. Okay, think about that. Not only has it collapsed in value, but we're just going to take it from you. Well, where's it going to go? Think about that, everyone. This is getting very, very serious. So if you have your crypto on exchange, it's not safe. If you have your stocks on an exchange, it's not safe. Think about this. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. Next, we're going to go into, and the last one I think is very, very important because it's very telling of what's about to happen in the U.S. economy, actually everywhere, okay? But next one, McDonald's temporarily closes all 850 locations in response to boycott threats. All of its Russian locations, 850 of them. Now we got a couple different things. First off, private businesses are being threatened and being coerced to close branches or to put the pain on Russia. This is what I want to point out. This is going to massively hit McDonald's bottom line. And I don't care what you think, how big the company is, this conglomerate. I do like their coffee, but this is not a paid sponsorship by McDonald's. But my point being is that anytime a company has to close its doors, it loses money, okay? So expect that in forward earnings coming up. That is only going to put more and more pressure on the United States stock market, all right? Another thing, and this is the one that I really believe is a big one, Visa and Mastercard hike merchant fees for the first time in 2 years. I want to remind you, back in when this entire event worldwide started, Visa and MasterCard pulled back its fees, or greatly reduced its fees that it was charging merchants, right? When you swipe your card, merchants pay a fee. And remember that that fee is always translated onto it's always handed off to the consumer in the form of higher prices, right? But for the last 2 years, those fees were taken back. So there was a reprieve, a calmness when it came to these high fees that MasterCard and Visa charged to help the economy keep going, to help the local merchant or even the big conglomerates, right? Well, now those fees are going to come back in. Now, here's the problem. You see, for the last 2 years, I'm pretty darn sure that prices didn't get lowered because, at your everyday, hardware store or mom and pop shop or Walmart or any of that stuff, right? They didn't go down because Visa and MasterCard lowered their fees. They kept them the same. Here's the problem. For the last 2 years, those companies have been having very, very difficult times, not only holding employees, finding new employees, but also getting in product to sell. It's one thing if you have employees and people coming in to buy your goods. The other problem is if you don't have any goods to sell because of a supply chain crash, then you're losing money there. So businesses all around the world have been having such a hard time. Well, now MasterCard and Visa have said it's time to jump back in and we're going to start charging again. So this is very, very important to realize. Those extra fees are going to get translated to higher prices. They are going to push those off to the consumer. Why? Because they have to. Their margins are so slim right now because lack of employees, lack of materials. You get my point. Those prices are going to translate higher to the consumer, which means the consumer is going to eventually buy less goods. Why do I know this? It is a certainty that you are not getting a massive raise this month or next month or the month after that. But what's going to happen is you're going to end up paying another couple of % on all of your transaction fees, which equates to a few dollars here and a few dollars there. But my point being is that what it's going to do is that means you have less money in your monthly budget to spend into the real economy, okay? So it is going to slow growth. You see what I'm saying? By the June or July, I believe not only are we going to see massive gas prices, and trust me, you've seen nothing yet, but you are going to see a slowdown. The recession should be completely evident and official by this summer, and you are going to see a massive change. Another story I want to bring up is that I think is very important. We're going to get to it. I'm scrolling down to find it. I brought up this company a while back. It was Better.com. And Better.com is a mortgage a company, right? An online mortgage company. And they sit there and they make these online mortgages. They're huge. And they were going public. And they were made famous. On this channel, I covered it, and many other channels did, saying that the CEO fired 900 people during a Zoom call, and he did it in such a cavalier way. It just blew my mind. And he said something to the effect of, I cried last time I had to do this, and I promised myself I wouldn't, so I'm going to be strong. Like, I can't even say the word right now that's coming to mind. Do not say those words in the comment section. But my point being is that now they are looking to lay off thousands of people. It's absolutely insane. I'm trying to Google this as fast as we can because this came up, and I think it's very important. What that tells you is that, like I just said, the mortgage industry is in so much trouble that it's absolutely blowing my mind that most people don't think that next month they're not going to get totally wiped out when it comes to earnings. Here we go, the news. All right, let's see here. Here we go. Better.com is planning to lay off 4,000 more workers. This came about 20 hours ago. The facts are this company cannot survive with the amount of workforce it has right now, and it also wants to look better on Wall Street when it goes public. Think about that. It laid off 900 people, Q4 of last year. It's laying off 4,000 people this year. It is absolutely massive. How many people, and this is about half of its company's employees, are losing their job? Those are people that need government assistance and need to go find another job. Now, the good news is there are jobs out there right now. However, everything's really skewed. It's really messed up. So as these things start coming out and they start hitting Wall Street, these numbers, the reality of the world right now, of the world economics, we're going to see a massive slide. And I believe that we're going to see massive disruptions. I've already been talking about it for months now in this month of March. And I also believe in the month of September, we're going to see epic downturns. I think that we're going to see by September very, very hard times because it takes that long to get the first quarter's earnings out and people really start to gauge what's going on. They're halfway through Q3 and they go, oh man, we've got some problems. That's where I think we're headed this year. Do I think we're going to make it out of this year, without a massive downturn in the economics? Nope. This is it. This is why we're here, and that's why I talk about it. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. So hey guys, that being said, I got the links to the Trezor and to the silver and gold website. They got some pretty good deals today, and they do have some stuff for immediate delivery. So with that being said, guys, the Economic Ninja is out.